everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Gurkin. I'm a wedding videographer from Kansas City, Missouri. I like drinking Dr. Pepper and talking to a camera, and today we are going to be reacting to my first ever Sunday Ramble. I don't know how I feel about this. Let's do it. We have no Dr. Pepper today. Listen, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to disappoint. I have no Dr. Pepper. Instead, what I have is a caffeine-free Coke. We're gonna do that instead today. I think it'll still be, still be good. That's not bad. Okay, so, the Sunday Rambles. We all know that they came from Gherkin's brain to just talk about anything and everything. Anything that was on my mind, I wanted to make a video about. I put it in a Sunday Ramble because it's essentially a no strings attached video. I can just do whatever I want and it makes sense to people because everything has to make sense to people. So I created the Sunday Rambles. It gave me an excuse to sit here and talk to a camera about literally whatever I wanted. And it's like its own little mini-series. It's very fun. It's very fun to do. I love the Sunday Rambles. But I've never actually went back and watched my first ever Sunday Ramble. And that's what we're gonna do today. I don't know if it's good. I don't know if it's bad. I genuinely don't remember anything about it. So, yeah. We're gonna go watch it. Right now. The Sunday Ramble. That started this whole thing. Let's go watch it. Why I'll never start. Why I'll never start. Okay. Let's do it. Ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've been waiting for. The pride of Mount Vernon, George Washington. Yikes. No, I already can't do this. Are you kidding me? You're joking, right? This is gonna be rough. You guys, this is gonna be rough to get through. Also, we are being joined. I don't know if you can see him. You can definitely see him now. We are being joined by my cat. Okay. We're expecting it to be rough. That's fine. I don't know. First of all, what the f was I wearing? Second of all, why did I open like that? Why? Third, I absolutely love this hoodie. I don't know where it is anymore, and it makes me really sad because I really did like it. Anyways, welcome to the absolute show that is my YouTube channel. What are we talking about today? This is an interesting topic today, and it's interesting because I'm making a video about it. And you wouldn't really expect somebody to make a video about why they're never going to start anything. For the past 6 months, I have been living at my mother's house, at the home that I left, moved out, and then moved right back into because I couldn't afford to move out. I have many things to say about this. First of all, it's actually crazy. This was, gosh, I don't even know. How long ago? When was this posted? January 9th. Wow. Almost 4. January 9th, 2022. Almost 4 years ago. It's crazy how much life changes and since then. Second of all, what's really interesting to me is the background. The background hasn't actually changed all that much when you think about it. There's still a plant over here in the corner. There's some light. I'm still on a black wall. Like, it actually hasn't changed all that much. What has changed is the fact that there is this big glaring moon beside my head that I can't quite figure out how I got that there. Why didn't I move the light over a little bit? Because I think the light, because like my light right now is like right here, filming directly on my face. I think this light at that time was more like over here at the very edge of the desk. It's just not, it's not centered properly, and it kind of bugs me. I'm 20-something years old in the middle of a pandemic trying to become a filmmaker, and that's just a blessing and a half. So yeah, I'm living with my mother. I feel so much better. When I tried to make YouTube videos a long time ago, I was trying to make them like specific creators, and I was trying to make them like like this or like this, and I was trying to make them what would get views, and I just want to talk to a camera. Like, I do not feel the need to be like chasing views or chasing likes. And I used to because that's what all the big and best creators were doing. And then it turns out that the big and best creators don't chase likes. They just chase what they want to do. They chase their passion. And that's kind of what I was doing at the start of the new year, December 21. I really made a decision to not do any more weddings, and I was completely gonna shut that off. And
Forgot about that.
I was gonna leave the wedding industry at this moment for good, and try to do something a little bit different. Try to do
That didn't end well.
something that I don't think has been offered to a lot of creative people, to a lot of people like me. And I can't spoil anything. I've had this in my brain for a solid 3 months now, and I can't spoil anything because it is launching on January 15th. So, which I think, if I'm correct, it's a week from the time that you see this video. What are we talking about today in this video, however? Now that
Did I just cut that wrong? Did I just cut it wrong? It's fine. It's fine. I just noticed this. I still put my hands in front of me like this. That has not changed. Lots of things have changed. This, not one of them.
What are we talking about? We're going to talk about why I'm never going to start anything. I know that is like so seemingly counterproductive, and it also kind of hypocritical because I am starting something huge. But why I was never going to start 6 months ago, why I was never going to start even 1 month ago, why I decided to start now and start launching this now. I realized that the reason that I started doing weddings and not actually chasing what I was passionate about was, for one, it was all about money. And of course it is, because I live in America and everything's about money. All I saw were dollar signs. I'm pretty sure I watched one video of somebody saying that they made like over $120,000 a year filming weddings, and I was like, done, sign me up. But what nobody informs you of, small business owners, entrepreneurs, creative people, whatever, they'll always say it is so much work. And it is a lot of work. Weddings were a lot of work to me, but they weren't fun work to me. I was not passionate about weddings. I never really was. I tried to.
Okay, I'm gonna pause. We're gonna pause right here. That may be how Gherkin in 2022 at the time was feeling. If I remember right, in 2022, I was working for a wedding contracting company. So I wasn't doing the exact weddings that I wanted to, which at the time was fine because I was, one, getting paid, and two, getting experience and getting comfortable behind a camera and getting comfortable filming days as quickly as they happen. When I say that I was never passionate about weddings, she's a fucking liar. This Gherkin is fucking lying to you. I don't know what the hell she's talking about, because that's just not true. Every time I film a video, these dogs go crazy. Every time, without fail. I was passionate about weddings, and more importantly, I was passionate about film. The thing I wasn't passionate about was the type of weddings that I was doing. That was very specific, and that's something that I did not make clear in this video. That's something that I didn't touch on. Because I don't think at that time, I don't think I even knew. I don't think I realized that it was the type of weddings that I was doing back then. It was just, to me, the only weddings that I had even known about were the weddings that I was filming. I didn't know there were different types of weddings back then. So when she says, I'm acting like this isn't a whole different person. I literally said this. This feels like a different person. Can I just say that? This feels not like me. I don't even know who this person is. I'm staring at this person and I know that this is me. I know that I did this. But my God, it doesn't feel like it at all. This does not feel like me. It's crazy. She just didn't know. I didn't know. I didn't know back then. I know now. That's what getting older will do for you. Damn.
I tried everything, but I was not passionate about them. And so therefore, I was only chasing the money when I was working for them, which sucks. That's not a good service to provide.
I will give her this. At least she had the emotional intelligence to admit that that was not good. Other than that, I can't really say any good things about this Gherkin, and I'm so sorry.
Somebody's biggest day of their life, their wedding videographer shows up and I don't care. that is rude and something that I would never want to do to a person. And so when I kind of figured out that, okay, weddings is really not for me, I immediately shut everything down. I was like, I can't keep doing this to people. I showed up and I put my all into it. And some wedding videos that I made were actually really good. And I put 110% in there every single time that I showed up. But when in reality, I was not passionate about it. But I had to be.
How can you put... I feel like I should let her finish this thought. I'm going to let you finish this thought and then I'm going to grill you.
I forced myself to be because other people were and they were making a lot of money.
Okay. You forced yourself to put 100% into it. All right. You guys, this gherkin bothers me. Let's keep going.
I have not made a single dollar in about 7 months now. I wish I was kidding you, but I'm not. Is that true? I have not made money in a long time. And I don't plan to. And what's great is I don't even care. Like, I am quite literally the happiest that I've ever been. And there's 3 cents in my bank account. I'm not even kidding you either. I could pull it up.
I believe that.
The next thing that really went into...
I was broke for a while. I was like broke.
A lot of the struggle of getting going was that I really didn't know what I wanted to do. I had no idea. I was like, well, if you can't make money, well, you can. But if you're not passionate about weddings, which is almost guaranteed money, and I mean, there is job security in weddings. Let's just admit that right now.
That's true.
If you don't like doing weddings, then what are you going to do? How else are you going to make money? And I felt a lot of pressure from myself and from other people to make money. And part of that was because I had a...
Well, yes. Yes, bitch. Because that's how the world fucking works. Listen, I can go on a rant about why money is absolute shit and why money is just the worst thing in the world. I work in finance, you guys. I literally work in finance. I'm an accountant. And I could go on a rant about why money is just awful. I don't like this person. I don't like them. This is not at all how I thought this video was gonna go. I don't even want to sit here and listen to this person because I don't even... If I could go back and have a chat with this gherkin, the things that I would say.
I had a house that I had to pay for. I mean rent, but I had rent that I had to pay for. I had bills. And so when we decided to chop all of those off, I could afford to not make money for a long period of time. As long as my girlfriend was still making money. And that kind of makes me sound like a little shithead.
You are!
But I was in the process of spending those 6 months figuring out what the hell I want to do with my life.
It took me 6 months
to figure that out. I mean, I made my last wedding video and I was like, oh my God, I'm done. Well, what do I do now? I have always had this infatuation with creators on YouTube and on Instagram and who are doing amazing things with film. I love Peter McKinnon. I love Becky and Chris.
Yep.
Lizzie, Pierce, Chris Howe. I love them all. And they're all Canadian. And I was like, I want to make videos like these. I want to make videos like these guys. But it's so hard to get into that YouTube realm. So I was constantly telling myself, you can't make YouTube videos for a living. You can't do it. No matter how many times those goddamn people have said you can make YouTube full-time. You can make a living doing YouTube. I believed myself that you could not make YouTube videos full-time. Even though that was like partially my dream. I saw people on the internet doing crazy things with filmmaking. People who have been doing it for years. I have been doing filmmaking for years. I've been doing filmmaking since kind of the 6th grade. I made my first film in 6th grade. I did it in high school.
That's still true.
I learned how to edit in high school. I learned how to edit very well in high school. And then I jumped immediately into doing weddings. That to me was that time period of figuring out how to use a camera, how to tell what shots to get, how to do different shot composition. It was nowhere near the caliber of filmmaking that somebody like Peter McKinnon can make.
Well, yes, because at the time, when it was back in 2019 and I was starting my filmmaking journey, Peter McKinnon, I believe at that point, had been on YouTube already for 4 years? 5 years? 6 years? A long fucking time. A long time. So no shit. Your fucking videos were up to the caliber of Peter McKinnon. No shit. I have so many things to say about this. So many things to say. We're not even done. We still have 3 minutes of this left. Okay. Okay.
And I know, the number one cardinal rule of being creative is don't ever compare yourself to others, which is true. Don't ever compare yourself to others. But when you do, realize realize who you're comparing yourself to.
Okay, so I did know what I was doing.
I was so afraid of copying somebody else's work that I copied somebody else's work. And I actually never released the video because when I watched it back, I was like, oh my God, this is Peter McKinnon's video. I copied almost like shot for shot his video.
I remember this.
So I never released it because that would be dumb and stupid and a shitty thing to do. And
it also was a terrible video. I watched it back and I was like, this is so bad. But at least I was making things, you know? Man, at least I was making things. I don't know how I feel about this, you guys.
Fun to make, kind of. It was bad. It was not a good video, but...
Well, at least we recognized it.
It was a video that was a lot like one of Peter McKinnon's videos, and so I decided, I can't release this. If there's one thing that I want you to take away from this video, it would be this.
What? Please tell me.
Sometimes life throws you a curveball. And that's okay. Because it really does happen. And sometimes you get into a field and you're like, oh yeah, I'm so excited, I'm so pumped, and then the passion drains. And that's okay. I don't want anyone who watches this video to be chasing dollar signs. I did it for about 2 years and it just sucked the life out of me. Chase your passion and eventually the dollar signs will follow. If you watch this video, I do want to say thank you. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for chilling out.
I'll give you that one.
I'm going to try to do about 2 videos a week. We're going to see what kind of workload I take on. I'm really excited. I think I'm going to do a video every Sunday no matter what. A video every Sunday no matter what, and then maybe one on Wednesday depending on what goes down. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate y'all. And I will see you in the next one. Later.
Oh, that was painstaking. I did not know what that video was about. I didn't even know what it was called. I don't remember most of it. There are some things in that video that I wish I'd never said, but also I wish that I could go back and slap myself for. Especially when I said at the very end that I would try to post 2 videos a week. We'll see what kind of workload I take on. Bitch, you had no job. You had free time all day. What the fuck were you doing all those time? Like, what were you doing? I will admit, YouTube, planning out videos, writing videos and stuff, it's a lot of work. Don't get me wrong, it's a lot of work. However, I work a full-time job right now, and I think that I could do 2 videos a week. Back then, I should have been doing a video a day. A video a day. It takes 20, maybe 30 minutes to film these videos, depending on certain things. If there's more shots, if there's more, if there's an actual script, if there's a tutorial for something, maybe they can take a little bit longer. I just am baffled by 21-year-old Gherkin. That was crazy. I don't even know if I want to post this video because I don't want to draw attention to that. That was horrible. Oh my gosh. It's called growth for sure. because we've come a long way since then. We obviously have a little bit of a better setup. I was just filming against a black wall at a plant and a singular light that I'm pretty sure was really shitty. I had maybe one good thought to share with you all in that entire video. And that was at the very end when I said, chase your passion and dollar signs will follow. I would agree with that statement. I just think at that point in time, God, I sounded like such an entitled piece of shit. And I hate that. I don't want to be that. Also, something else that I noticed that was crazy is the lack of tattoos. I mean, we've got a lot now. I didn't have a lot back then. I would love to know what back then Gherkin would think about where we are now, about the fact that I have a full-time job, that I took a break from film for an entire year, didn't touch Instagram, didn't touch any YouTube videos. I literally put my camera up there on the shelf. I wonder what she would think about that. I don't know. I really did not expect it to go like that. I expected it to be a little bit like my reacting to my first wedding film. If you haven't seen that, link it down below and up here. Do I have cards still? Do I have cards yet? I don't know. I'll link it somewhere. I really did not think that that's how that was gonna go at all. But it makes sense. It makes sense. I mean, you watch yourself back from 5 years ago when you're like, who is that person? I don't know who that is. I don't want to know who that is. I also feel like the Sunday Rambles have gotten a little bit, I don't want to say better, because better is not really the right word, but they've gotten a little bit more, like, the title was like, Why I'll Never Start. But what actually was the Sunday Ramble about? Like, what were we talking about? Were we just talking? We're just talking to talk? Don't get me wrong. I'm very happy that I created Sunday Rambles. I'm very happy that I did them and that I continue to do them. And if that terrible video is what it took to get Sunday Rambles off the ground, then fine. I wasn't expecting to not like myself as much as I don't like myself right now. That was a bit of a jump scare. You know? It is what it is. That was the video. That was the video that started the whole thing. That was the birth of this YouTube channel, came from that video. So you know what? Everybody's got to start somewhere. I guess we started there. We gotta be done. We gotta be done. This video is long enough as it is. I usually say, let me know your thoughts about this topic below. I don't know if I want to do that this time. So you know what? You let the spirit move you. You do whatever you want. If you want to comment, great. If you don't, great. Like this video if you want to. Subscribe if you want to. I'm not going to force you. See, that's never changed. I'll tell you that right now. I think I said that in almost every single Sunday, in almost every single video I've ever done. Subscribe if you want to. Like if you want to. I ain't going to stop you. I'm talking a lot. I was really caught off guard by that, if you can't tell. Man, all right. Well, this has been fun, I think. Thank you so much for joining me today. I will see you in the next one. That's all I got. Later. Yeet!